As soon as the players give us the thumbs up, there's the go-go from Nani, the go-go from Strelok. Game 3 coming up in just a few short seconds. I am so excited, Rotterdam.
So am I, man.
It's gonna be Typhon Peaks, and I haven't seen a whole lot of high-level games on Typhon. So I mean, this is gonna be fun if for nothing else, for that reason alone.
And once again, guys, the winner of this best of 3 moves on in the championship bracket, and he is going to face red. When we want the bottom side of the grid, we still have perhaps Nurture and Soccer is over already. As soon as we know, we'll let you know. Anyway, we'll be right back. Game 3, Typhon Peaks.
Alright guys, once again we are back. In the bottom right hand corner of Typhon Peaks we have Naniwa spawning as the red Protoss player, and his opponent Imba Strelok up in the top left hand corner. He's the blue Terran. The series is tied 1-1 right now, and you know what, Strelok looked great in the first game, playing a very, very macro style with a lot of harassment thrown in there. I almost expect to see him return to that because it worked so well for him there.
I'm really happy with cross position once again. Should hopefully give us a little bit of a longer game and hopefully like a really nice macro game. Most likely Nani is going to follow it up in the same way again. He really seems to prefer these gateway heavy openings over Colossi in general, and then it doesn't even matter that much necessarily when he throws down the Nexus. In the end it seems like Nani, okay, he has this idea. I want to get a lot of gateway units out, I want to get my upgrades going as soon as possible, and eventually later into the game I can always add that Colossi if I really want to. But yes, I don't think he's going to open Colossi.
Well, you know, he's been favoring just this big gateway-centric style in general, and I gotta say, I feel like that's kind of the future of PvT.
Yeah.
The gateway-centric armies, unless you get so much more stuff out in the earlier minutes of the game, whereas if you play that robo style, you're almost certainly going to fall behind in supply at least a little bit, and you're really relying on the cost-effectiveness of the Colossi. And I kind of just think that style's a little bit antiquated. I think Terran's figured out how to deal with it.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I mean, they've been playing against it since the beta, so let's hope so for all Terran players worldwide. We do see that second pylon being warped in right now. Of course, standard opening so far from Nani, always throwing down the Chrono Boost on his Nexus, and we'll follow the gateway up with the Cybernetic score, of course, unless Nani suddenly goes Zealot only and
one gate Zealot rush.
Yeah, stops mining at 50 and goes like 4 gate Zealot only warp in and actually crushes Zealot. And we can call Naniwa a genius, but other than that, he's most likely indeed going to follow it up with the Cybernetic score, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
No gas yet from Strelok, so it looks like he's going to be playing some sort of fast expand. He's already got that 300 minerals saved up, repositioning that barracks to get the nice tight wall in. Probe Scout is not going to get in, so Naniwa in the dark here, not going to know exactly what Strelok's up to.
Curious to see. Often in the past we've seen Protoss players, oh wow, Strelok, so evil, killing this, what was it, a bird or
what is that thing called? It's like a cackerel.
Oh really? Okay. I don't know what it is.
Surely there's one somewhere else on the map that I can find and talk about.
Strelok wants it on the White Drop barbecue, that's for sure. Yeah, you weren't at home, Sorry Cup. You missed out a lot, man. The White Drop barbecue was legendary.
Whoa.
And this is actually, perhaps we're going to see a proxy Void Ray. And this is actually what I just want to say before Strelok killed that animal, which caught my attention, I don't know why. That in the old days, when you see players opening up with a full wall up, often you saw Protoss players entering with a couple of Stalkers and proxy getting a Stargate with a Void Ray. Is Naniwa going to do this? Yes, Naniwa is going to proxy that Stargate. And this is actually, I think this can go 2 ways, as always, of course, because Naniwa can win or lose. So good job right there, Kevin. But other than that, I think he can put a lot of pressure on this. He can do a lot of damage. But I feel if Strelok's marine count gets insanely high and he gets, let's say, 2 bunkers, then it's going to get tough for Naniwa. What he, of course, can do later on is that he builds a pylon over here and starts warping in units on the high ground.
Well, that's what I was going to say. This is actually so sick because the Void Ray gives vision, so he can just throw down another pylon, warp in the base of Strelok, and he could literally just 4-gate behind that if he wanted to. He has one more gateway going down. I don't think he's gonna do something like that.
No, Strelok is gonna scout it right now. Excellent spider senses right there by Strelok, and he's going to scout the Stargate. Nani gonna cancel? No, he's not going to cancel. Void Ray it is indeed.
Oh, that's a mistake, man. The Marines are gonna be up there in plenty of time. I think 4 Marines killing uncharged. Oh, Stalker's there too.
Yeah, we're gonna have Stalker. We're gonna have Warp in anytime soon. I mean, let's take a look. No, actually, not that close. This Stalker's gonna have to do an excellent job, but he does an excellent job just by scaring these Marines away. But we're gonna see bunkers for Strelok, and most likely a lot of bunkers.
And a couple more gateways down as well, so it's gonna be 3-gate Void Ray. There's that pylon, so Naniwa will be trying to warp in on the high ground. The pressure's on Strelok here to respond to this correctly. He's got stem. No, that's combat shields he's got going, so no stem.
Interesting, really interesting. Against Void Rays, I don't necessarily agree with it. I really think stem would have been a better choice, but who am I? Strelok so much.
Well, it's the much longer upgrade, right? So if he gets stem, he's not going to be able to do it until, 3 minutes into the game. Void Ray is in the base. He's going to try to kill an SCV here. Marines catching it way out of position. Oh, but the Stalkers are warped in as well. There's a lot of pressure coming here from Naniwa.
And now we do see a sloppy by Strelok that he never had a supply depot over there, but let's forgive him for that one. Here we go, a lot of SCVs being pulled right now, but I think we're gonna have enough Marines in time. The Stalker's almost trapped, not yet trapped. We're gonna need an additional warp in round from Nani, which are most likely going to be Zealots. Oh, so nice micro so far by Naniwa.
Yeah, Naniwa microing very well. Second Void Ray is actually out. Strelok not paying attention. He's got a few idle SCVs there that aren't giving chase to these Stalkers. Naniwa just running the economy of Strelok around the board. Strelok's not really even mining. He's just got two mules mining, and he can't produce the units that he needs to hold this. Naniwa's doing so much damage right now.
Yeah, exactly. Now, oh my god, the Void Rays are charged up, and then they are even very effective against Marines as well.
No.
Nice micro by Nani once again. He's losing a Stalker in the process, but that was inevitable. Now we are probably going to see that Zealot warping, which I've been patiently waiting for. The Zealots, of course, doing such an excellent job. It's getting really close, though. Strelok might actually somehow be able to hold this, at least for now.
But look at the damage Strelok has taken. He's all the way down to 9 SCVs. Naniwa's got 22 probes. He could back off now, and he'd be in great shape. Low ground pylon finally being taken out there. So, but you know, I think Naniwa is going to continue to just aggressively warp in units up there at that Stargate and push the front.
Yep. Of course, we do have the double orbital command, so we have a couple of additional mules for Strelok on the field. So perhaps economy-wise, he might be able to go. Oh, he's going for the perhaps the tech lab. No, he's just going to charge up in the supply depot. The thing is, Nani will be able to contain Strelok forever right now. He's going to be able to drive him crazy. Void Ray takes a lot of damage. He's going to have to be careful. A Stalker falls down in the end. Both players making a couple of minor micro errors here and there.
Yeah, just taking damage when it's not necessary. Will that depot actually be salvaged? No, it's going to die before Strelok can get those 75 minerals back. And honestly, he's at a point in the game where those 75 minerals would help a lot.
Well, it's probably that point probably is right now when you look at all these Void Rays, charge Void Rays. But this bunker is scary. Losing another Stalker, Nani. That's definitely not Naniwa style right there. Oh, he's losing charge right now as well. And the Void Rays probably didn't want to hurt his own units too much. It's bad for the moral, you know?
Rotterdam, Naniwa hasn't built a single probe since he started doing all this. I feel like he's sort of all in with this. He really wants to end the game here. I think that might be a mistake. I don't know if he realizes how much damage he's done.
He's definitely able. Oh, the Void Ray takes a lot of damage once again. No, he's definitely able to do that. I mean, I'm not going to say that he's not going to win this game. Nani's going to lose that Void Ray. Well, I could have seen that one coming. Nani's really making a couple of unnecessary errors over here. But I do agree with you. He can win the game right now, but he doesn't have to. He can just lock Strelok up forever. Now he's keeping charge on his Void Rays. Good job right there, Nani. He's not going to try to go for the bunker as of yet. But yeah, I agree with you, Ben. This is not necessary. It's very common for me to say Ben because I cast a lot with the Muslim, who's Ben as well.
So look at this. Naniwa is committing to trying to break this ramp here, focusing down the bunker. Only one SCV is there. The Void Rays are so low on health. The Marines, what's the upgrade? Stem is so close, man, like 90%. If Stem finishes, I think Strelok will be able to hold. Look at this. Void Ray does fall. No SCVs being pulled. So many gateway units in the base of Strelok.
So many Stalkers still alive, and Stalkers of course really excellent against Marines in these low numbers. Will Strelok be able to do the impossible? We still have 6 Stalkers left for Naniwa. Strelok's Marines are literally dying one by one. SCVs being pulled, and once again, not enough.
Man, like we said, some control mistakes there by both players. It wasn't the cleanest game, but Naniwa able to keep it together long enough, completely committed to that attack there. He had to win the game. He wasn't producing any units at all, or I'm sorry, any probes at all. Didn't have any intention of expanding. But he kept it together long enough and did enough to knock out Strelok. Strelok looking very disappointed. I can't blame the guy. He played so well in the first game.
Was absolutely amazing.
Not quite as sharp in games 2 and 3.
And I think this is really funny. I mean, Naniwa is such an excellent.
Me on stage, of course, is Carmack. Some great commentary once again. And Naniwa, the victor of that last game, and Strelok, of course, who will be going down into the consolation bracket. First of all, Strelok, we'll start with you. How were you feeling after that first game, after that first victory? Were you full of confidence then?
Well, I knew it was just one game, so I had like a plan for every game, so I knew it's just 1-0, nothing special.
Także Strelok mówi nam tutaj, że po pierwszej mapie wiedział, że to tylko jeden mecz, plan miał na każdą mapę oddzielny, specjalnie się nie podpalał.
And tell us about your mind and what you were thinking going into the second game. Obviously you went for that all-in which Naniwa defended. Were you looking for the kind of surprise factor and to finish off the game as fast as possible?
He started the game, the first game with the build order, which is pretty, I don't know how to say it, maybe he had like very little attack units, so I decided to win him in second game, but he has really good defensive micro, so I think it was my mistake of selecting strategy, nothing else.
Jeśli chodzi o drugą mapę, to potwierdza tutaj nam Strelok, że bardzo dobrze defensywnie kontrolował jednostki Naniwa i to dało mu zwycięstwo. reszty nie pamiętam, przepraszam.
And what about game number 3? Tell us, what went right for you there and what happened and what went wrong, of course.
The thing is that I won this game strategically, but I microed very bad. So I made like some very wrong decisions. For example, I made bunker 1 point to the left, so his stalkers could easily go back and forth to my base. Also, just like my SCV's micro was very bad, so honestly this game had to be finished like maybe in 6 or 7 minutes. Just very bad micro.
Także wini się Strelok za porażkę tym, że bardzo słabo kontrolował jednostki, za bardzo o jeden heks w lewo postawił bunkier, słabo kontrolował SCV-ki, także powinna gra się była dużo wcześniej i dużo gwałtowniej zakończyć.
Well, thanks a lot, Strelok, for the good games and good luck in the consolation bracket. Let's hear a round of applause for Strelok. So, Naniwa, you were confident going into that one. You thought maybe your travel schedule might hinder you a little bit. What happened in game number 1, in your opinion?
He played very well, a lot better than I expected, but I also didn't play up to my full potential. I think I don't want to give too much excuses, but I think with traveling all this time, I've gotten a bit rusty, but it was really good warm-up, so I could play my best in game 2 and 3.
Także Naniwa mówi, że zagrał Strelok dużo lepiej niż Naniwa się spodziewał, ale mimo wszystko nie chce dawać tutaj, nie chce sobie robić wymówek, ale po tych licznych podróżach czuł się bardzo zastały, także użył pierwszej mapy jako rozgrzewkę i lepiej było na drugiej, trzeciej.
And tell us about map number 2. Were you expecting that all in? I mean, you defended brilliantly from that one. Just run us through that. Did you expect to see it coming out?
I expected it, considering he lost about 12 SCVs in the first engagement, and I knew that if he was going for macro, he would have to catch up, which was extremely hard at that point. And then when I saw that he scanned my observer, I knew that he's such a good player that if he would try to catch up, he would have used a mule instead because of the economy. So I basically just made a lot of units in case, and they all in came. So.
Także na drugiej mapie po tej obronie Naniwa mówi, że po utracie 12 SCV-ek wiedział już, że jeśli chodzi o ekonomię, to będzie bardzo ciężko się wrócić do status quo, do równowagi Strelokowi. Wiedział też, że należy się spodziewać ataku, że na tyle dobrym graczem Strelok jest, że zagra tego all-ina, także od tego momentu robił właściwie niemal tylko jednostki i dało mu to zwycięstwo.
And in game number 3, you went for the early Void Ray push. Actually, we heard Strelok say that he thought his strategy was pretty much perfect, but his micro was lacking. Do you agree?
To a certain extent, but I knew that in every game he skipped a lot of units just to get the expansion quicker, so I knew that he wouldn't have enough stuff. But, well, he even scouted it, so clearly his strat was not perfect.
Także na pytanie, czy strategia Streloka była doskonała, Naniwa odpowiada, że przede wszystkim wiedział, że często lubi zrobić więcej SCV-ek, a troszeczkę na skróty pójść z wojskiem, także nie miałby dość wojska, żeby dobrze się obronić. I jeżeli strategia była doskonała, to wcześniej zauważyłby tego Stargate'a.
So looking forward, you're moving through into the championship bracket semi-final. You're going to be playing Ret. What's your thoughts about that game? Are you confident?
I wouldn't say I'm confident, but Ret and I have a long history. We've played at Assembly, where he beat me. Then I beat him at TSL. And before that, we played a show match and such. But I want to show that I'm the better player, so I hope I will win.
Także zapytany, nagabywany na temat meczu z Retem w półfinale tej mistrzowskiej drabinki, Naniwa mówi, że dużo grali ze sobą, często, wielokrotnie na różnych turniejach, mają ze sobą duże porachunki do wyrównania i Naniwa nie może się doczekać meczu, żeby pokazać, żeby udowodnić, że jest lepszym graczem.
Well, Naniwa, congratulations. Good luck in the game against Ret. Let's hear it for Naniwa. So,